Hello YTPC, this is Potter Piper, Team Jilly. This is the second leg of our trip to Gatlinburg, Tennessee. And gonna stay here till Friday. Today is Wednesday, got here yesterday. And so about 6.5 hour drive from Winchester, Virginia, where I visited J.B. Hayes, Tobacconist. It was a quicker visit. So I made it down here, and it was hot yesterday. But I was able to get here earlier, so I dropped Jilly off here in the cabin. And it was good that I did that. I was thinking of going Friday, but I'd be checking out. He would have had to stay in the car, and that wouldn't have been possible at all. Way too hot. So it ended up working where I was able to go to the Gatlinburlier Tobacconist, where Dread Tiger, Abuna, Richard, works. And I wanted to see the tobacco shop, but I mainly wanted to see him and meet him. We're going to get together tomorrow and have breakfast, so that'll be nice. I didn't want to take video because I was there to visit the shop, but more to visit him, and it just didn't seem like that would be appropriate to start videoing inside to video him or the shop itself. I didn't have time to video the shop. I would have liked to, and I have no doubt he would have been fine with it. But if I was just there to visit the shop, then that would have been different. But to me, it was just a matter of respect, that it's not about me going and videoing, it was about meeting him. A little windy out here, overcast. So you're not going to see the mountains so well, but at least keep some of the heat down. Let me see if I can at least show you a little bit over the ledge. The Smoky Mountains. Hopefully you got to see that a little bit. If the sun, I'll probably make another video. Nice and relaxing, and if you're ever in the Gatlinburg, Tennessee area, it's definitely worth visiting the shop. It's smaller, but it's really packed. They don't sell, that I could see, really tins of tobacco. They sell their own. And so I asked Richard, what should I get? What should I buy from here? And he knows that I'm not an aromatic smoker. So he said, you need to get their Gatlinburlier, which I've read some call it an American English. It's a very burly forward, and it has some Latakia in it. So you get the burly taste, and he was very proud of mentioning that it has Green River Valley Burley. I'm not versed enough in burley to know that that's, to be as excited as he was, but I'm glad he was. It's a nice smoke. You get the burley, the cocoa, light cocoa nuttiness, and then around the corner, every once in a while comes that Latakia, which I enjoy. I also got a pipe, and I guess it'd be kind of like a house pipe. It's made in Italy, Rigoletto. It's simple. It was house. It was fairly inexpensive. I liked it because decent sized bowl, pot bowl, and I like the saddle bit. I like the saddle bits. They're just very comfortable in the mouth. Good clencher. So I was happy to get that. And clergy get 10%, or get a little discount, 10% off. Very happy to partake of that. It at least covered some of the taxes. Little perk isn't bad once in a while. So I enjoyed it there. It is in the downtown tourist area. Not easy to find parking at all, and you pretty much got to pay for it. And he's up a few levels when you go inside. If you ever do want to go and visit him too, call to make sure he's working. One thing they had that you can't miss is almost every inch of wall and lighting system has these first responder patches from police, firefighters, and first responders, and he says there's over 1,700 of them. So I asked him, how did that start? And he said he started with a police officer in Jacksonville, Florida, sent a letter. See, this is pipe smokers. Sent a letter saying how much he appreciates their tobacco, and sent one of his, I guess, their patches. So he said he put it up, and then another Florida police officer did it, and then it just took off from there. They said they've gotten so many, and they put them up, proudly displaying them. It was an interesting little local history, or that's not the right word, but yeah. And so I enjoyed going there. They have cigars, very small little cigar room, but they have cigars, and they sell their pipe tobacco. A lot of old antique tins and things like that. So very enjoyable. I would recommend it. So Jilly and I are relaxing and wanted to just touch base. Working on the next letter for Parsimonious Piper, Ethan's channel, for the C.S. Lewis Screwtapes. I'm enjoying it, and I tell you guys, it's. Reading it can be a little dated. You got to kind of work between the lines and some of the words, but it's really, I'm finding it very powerful too, especially for today. It's truer today, I think, than even at the time. And Lewis says in the prologue that, or the introduction, that his purpose isn't to try to convince you that demons exist or not, but to give you a different angle to look at life, especially life of humanity, and personally. I'm enjoying it. It's challenging me to kind of look at my life and how I live it, my inner life. Maybe how I might be persuaded and so forth, and to really look at, am I reacting, or am I responding in freedom? See, the freedom word. So it comes on Ethan's channel, Parsimonious Piper, either Monday nights or I think it comes up Tuesdays. So go over and look at it. If you don't have the book, that's fine. We read the letter. I do, if it interests you, I do find that reading it a few times is very helpful. And it's not meant to really look out into the world. It's easy to say, oh, this is happening in the world, and that's fine. But it's really meant to look at what's happening in my world, what's happening in your world, literally your daily life, what might be happening exteriorly, but especially interiorly. So I recommend it, not just because I'm a part of it, but that's a good reason. But we're just enjoying it ourselves and really diving into it. And there's so much more that you could take it to. Hopefully it's a springboard for a lot of things. So I want to put a plug in for that. Also want to put a plug in for, I'm down here in Gatlinburg. I got a good friend of mine for many, many years who's here. He's in Chattanooga. And I thought, what the heck, I'm going to put a plug in. He's a realtor in the Chattanooga and the greater Chattanooga area. So if you are ever looking to buy a place in Chattanooga, Tennessee, or the greater area, or selling a place in Chattanooga, the greater area, his name is Robert Baker, and his website is Move to Chattanooga. And if you can't help your friends, then why not? I mean, what can you do? But I can tell you two things. He knows his stuff, and he's an honest man. So, and he'll work for his clients. So I wanted to put a plug in for him, and so I'll talk to you soon. Potter Piper, Team Jilly. God bless.